Did she kind of mind everybody's business?
Yes, in some ways,
Okay.
yes.
He says she still is.
All right, we've had drains, candy bars, swans, lakes. These things can seem like so insignificant, but there's those little details that get people's attention.
They are. That's what happens is, think of me like I'm like a radio. So I'm tuned into KHOU, okay? But I'm getting every station in that radio band, and when a spirit comes in, they start giving me what may initially appear to be minor details like, you know, ants and swans and things like that, because that's how they're tuning into me. And once I start getting confirmations on those, that's how they're gonna lock onto me and then start transmitting deeper information, because you'll see once they start getting confirmations as opposed to no, 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 or arguments, then we build the rapport, and that's when I'll start getting the more intense messages.
And then we had the crossover earlier of the woman that we were talking about swans with. Well, your coworker, who was right next to her. You had a problem with some swans.
Yes, this morning as we were driving here, actually, my son and I and my girlfriend Marva, we were driving here, of course, you know, trying to get through traffic. And as I was passing on the right-hand side, there was a family of swans, and they were just getting right in front of my car, and I almost hit them, and it scared me very badly because I didn't want to hit them.
So when he asked your girlfriend there, what is it with swans?
I'm like,
just didn't realize it at the time. You almost hit some this morning.
You know, it didn't dawn on me that, oh, maybe they were swans. I thought they were geese. I don't know, but they were big.
They were big.
They were so big.
They're big and white.
Yeah, very cute. But as I got close to them, the mother looked like turned away and brought it was at least about 4 or 5 of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so, but interesting point here is that sometimes when you ask things and we just don't realize or don't remember that happened just about an hour and a half ago.
Yeah, exactly.
And so when you always say not at this time, as opposed to saying nope.
Right, and it takes time because after the reading, there's a period of time that I refer to as the unfolding,
right,
where messages begin to unfold. Now, let's examine that for a moment. You were driving with your friend, okay? It was her husband coming through, or ex-husband, and that's how he's letting you know, sweetheart, I'm around you and aware of what is happening in your life, because all of a sudden 2 swans, and you're in a car that almost hit a couple swans on the way here. And that's because people always ask me, are they around me? Well, Exhibit A. Okay.
Wow.
And the thing is, that's how they let you know, by bringing up all sorts of things, like the lady over there with the ants. Okay. I mean, I don't fling out random insects hoping to get a hit. Okay. So they'll bring these things up, and now it's starting to click. You see?
Because the other thing you said was, you know, that you said to her swans, and she said, I don't remember swans, but you also said, and you were the mother in the relationship, right? And you said it was a mother. It was getting the whole swans together.
And a bunch of little bitty other. Yes.
It would be very easy for a skeptic to say, oh, well, that's just random. But the thing is, nothing is random. I don't believe in coincidences. I believe in synchronicity. And synchronicity is a chain of complex events, because on a quantum level, we're all energy, which means that we are all energetically interconnected. And when you get into the great spiritual teachers, the Hindus talk about we're all interconnected. Buddha says that we're all interconnected. Jesus said we're all brothers and sisters, and that the light of God is within and without. When you start looking at faith, and now what we're proving in laboratories on the subatomic level is that quanta, the most basic unit of everything in creation, is electromagnetic energy. We're all energy, we're all interconnected. He's just vibrating at a higher frequency because, as Albert Einstein said, there is no matter, there's only energy which vibrates at different frequencies.
Energy never really leaves the earth, does it?
You never, And so, well, they do, they're just in a different, it's like we live in AM radio, the other side's FM radio, but both are frequency and vibration, so they can zip over real quick, and he's letting you know, I am around you.
Wow.
And see, that sparked the memory with you. And I know that you were on Great Day Houston the last time I was here, because your mom's on the other side.
Yes.
And see, what it is, all your spirits are interconnected. So her mom's beating her on the head going, hey, swans, okay, stand up, okay, because your mom like charges in like, you know, she's going to take control.
The big white birds, they were swans. All right.
Right, and your ex needed you to know that he's sorry for everything he put you through, but you had to go through that. So There you go.
That's kind of what growth is in life.
It is. Well, we grow in response to adversity and pain. I mean, the holidays without a loved one is devastating. And maybe you don't want to put up a Christmas tree. Maybe you don't want to do Hanukkah or whatever, however you celebrate Christmas. Well, then don't this year if that's going to hurt you. But you have to realize that your loved ones want you to be happy. And eventually we must all come to the conclusion that grief is the price of love. And as my good friend and mentor, the late Father Sonny, who always spent his vacations in Las Vegas, but that's another story for another time. But what he told me is, Mark, grief is the price of love, but a life without love isn't a life worth living at all. Yeah. So when you grieve for your loved ones at the holidays, remember, there's a reason for those people bringing so much joy into your heart.
And starting those new traditions. Like for my mom, I found in her things, she passed away this past Mother's Day, I found in her things the very first gift I was able to buy her with my first paycheck. And so I'm going to wrap that and put it under the tree. We'll be right back.